Remy Ma is in the hospital, and this time it's not from stress, stage lights, or studio drama. No, we're talking bruises, blood, and a beatdown so wild it shut the whole party down. Sources say Claressa Shields laid hands on Remy so viciously, it sounded like thunder and stilettos. The walls shook. The DJ cut the music. Drinks spilled, and papoose. He just stood there frozen, like he forgot which woman he came with. How did it go from champagne to chaos? From cupcakes to combat? Was Remy just trying to reclaim her man in front of everybody? Or was this pure ego gone nuclear when she realized the spotlight had shifted to the real champ in the room? Because when Claressa allegedly dropped the gloves and threw hands, it wasn't for sport. It was for dominance. No rules, no ring, just rage, revenge, and reportedly a right hook so clean, it sent Remy flying through the shrimp platter. And here's the kicker. Someone leaked the footage. And it's uglier than love and hip-hop reunion nights. Weaves snatched, acrylic shattered, security tossed aside like extras, and Remy face down on the floor, looking like she just got ejected from a BET cypher and landed in the ER. This ain't no gossip story. This is scandal on steroids, a heavyweight war of words turned all the way physical. And trust, the streets of hip-hop are never going to recover. Remy Ma Claressa Shields. One room, one man, and now one ambulance. Let's break this disaster all the way down. It all started with what was supposed to be a chill night, an intimate private party thrown by none other than Mr. Loyalty himself, Papoose. The theme, new beginnings. The irony, few, because by the end of the night, someone was beginning a new relationship with a hospital gurney. Now, before we dive into the cracked nails, swollen jaws, and allegedly fractured ribs, let's talk about the chaotic love triangle that laid the groundwork for this disaster. Remy Ma, the Bronx's battle rap queen and recent headline magnet, has been spiraling ever since Papoose started getting too comfortable with Olympic gold medalist and two-time world champion boxer Claressa Shields. And if you thought the tension between these women was subtle, think again. According to multiple sources, some invited, some who crashed the party with ring lights, Remy walked in wearing all red. And not just any red. We're talking, I will burn this place down crimson. The moment she spotted Claressa, wrapped around Papoose like a satin sash, her smile vanished faster than DJ Envy's credibility. But here's where it gets messy. Apparently, Remy had been begging Papoose to cut off Claressa behind the scenes. There were screenshots. There were voice notes. There were even rumors of a burner phone Remy used to track Papoose's location because she swore he was spending training time with Claressa at ungodly hours. Now, if you remember, this ain't the first time Ray's jealousy led to public chaos. Flashback to last month when she allegedly threw a glass of Moscato at Claressa at an industry brunch, shouting, "She can box, but she can't bake." The whole place smelled like peaches and pettiness. So this party, this wasn't a celebration. It was a countdown to combustion. Insiders say Claressa didn't come to the party empty-handed either. Oh no, she came with her entourage, her title belts, and a shiny little necklace that spelled out Mrs. Shield pose in diamonds. If that's not a direct punch to Remy's gut, we don't know what is. It didn't take long for the tension to bubble over. According to one anonymous guest, we'll call her Bottle Girl Brenda, things started unraveling right after the second round of Moat. Remy kept staring at Claressa like she was the final boss in Mortal Kombat. Brenda told us. Then she stood up, walked over to the DJ, whispered something, and suddenly leaned back, started playing like loud. Oh, Remy, petty level certified. Claressa, who was sipping her drink with her pinky out, turned around, smirked, and allegedly muttered, "She's still living off that one song." Baby, it was on. Remy stormed across the floor, finger pointed, wig tight, voice raised. Cameras were out in seconds. Papoose, nowhere to be found. Convenient. You think you gon' parade around with my husband like this ain't my city, Remy shouted. Claressa calmly put down her drink and said, your ex-husband. Let's not confuse paperwork with possession. And then boom, a cupcake, red velvet, frosted to perfection, sailed through the air and splattered across Claressa's left cheek. It was the opening bell. From there, it was chaos. Remy lunged. Claressa ducked. Security froze. Someone shouted, "World Star!" and tripped over a chair. According to another anonymous source, possibly the DJ himself, Claressa moved like a panther and jabbed like a demon on espresso. Remy, who came in swinging, apparently landed a slap so loud it silenced the room. But baby, Claressa responded with a left hook that sent Remy flying into the buffet table, knocking over crab legs, shrimp cocktails, and one very unlucky birthday cake shaped like a boxing ring. By the time someone yelled, "Call 911," Remy was on the floor, dazed, with frosting in her braids and rage in her eyes. Paramedics arrived within minutes, and partygoers say they had to literally pry Remy off the carpet while she kept mumbling, "I'm fine. I'm good. I just slipped." Girl, you slipped into a coma of regret. That's what you did. She was placed on a stretcher, her wrist reportedly swollen, her lashes hanging on for dear life. Meanwhile, Claressa didn't have a single scratch. She even posed for a selfie with two EMTs, one of whom apparently asked her to sign a boxing glove. Let that sink in. This wasn't just a fight. This was a PR disaster, a viral eruption, and possibly the most insane celeb beatdown since Solange in that elevator. And guess who showed up after the ambulance left? That's right, Papoose, in a velvet blazer, chewing a chicken wing like nothing had happened. He asked where Remy went. Someone pointed at the frosting trail on the floor and said, "Follow the mess." And oh, it gets worse, because that was just the beginning. So let's pick up where we left off. Remy's stretcher had barely hit the back of the ambulance before the internet exploded. Within 17 minutes, Claressa clapped Remy was trending #1 on X, formerly Twitter. One user tweeted, Remy Ma said, "Lean back." Claressa said, "Lie down." Another posted a meme of Ray's face, photoshopped onto a WWE folding chair with a caption, "This what happens when you square up with an Olympian." But while the memes were flying, something much darker was brewing in the background. Because just hours after the brawl, a 20-second hospital hallway clip leaked. We don't know who recorded it, but based on the angle, shaky camera, and someone whispering, "Girl, that's her zoom in," we know it was real. The footage showed Remy being wheeled in, face covered, arm in a sling, and what looked like a rolled ankle from landing in the crab legs tray. And here's the twist. She was screaming. According to the leaked audio transcript, she allegedly yelled, "Y'all better not let that chick near me again, or I swear I'm pressing charges," and throwing hands with her whole camp. But while Remy was giving trauma in the ER, Claressa was giving unbothered energy on Instagram. She posted a photo of her perfectly manicured fist, captioned, "Didn't even break a nail." Training never stops. The pettiness was off the charts. And in the comments, celebrities were going wild. Teyana Taylor, "Let me hold your gloves real." Quick Snoop Dogg, "Y'all better stop playing with real fighters." Remy got that. You good. Combo 50 Cent, "This why I stay in my lane." But while the public was laughing, Ray's camp was furious. An anonymous source close to her stylist claimed Remy is considering legal options, feeling betrayed by Papoose, and trying to get Claressa banned from any event Remy attends. She is allegedly demanding an official apology, medical reimbursement, and an immediate restraining order, because apparently, even seeing a boxing glove triggers her now. But let's rewind for a second, because some of the most scandalous developments came after the hospital footage. Dropped. According to a bogus but highly circulated internal injury report posted on the Shade Beret.com, Remy sustained minor shoulder dislocation, 2 bruised ribs, 1 chipped acrylic, and quote, a deeply bruised ego, and possible PTSD from seafood buffet trauma. And that's not all. Sources say Remy asked for a private room, but when the nurse said they were all full, she allegedly growled, I ain't sharing a room with nobody, unless it's my man, and he don't even want to share a house with me right now. Now let's talk about Papoose, who's been quieter than DJ Envy when someone says real estate. Instead of rushing to his wife's side at the hospital, he allegedly returned to the party, took a shot of dust, and started freestyling. Yes, freestyling. An attendee caught it on live. Remy acting out. Claressa had a checker. I told him all chill, but the cake hit the stretcher. The crowd cheered. Who freestyles after their wife gets sent to urgent care? Papoose? That's who. And the next morning, Claressa went on Instagram Live, looking flawless in a silk robe with zero remorse. She sipped coffee and said, when you train to be a champion, you don't start fights, but you damn sure finish them. She continued, I didn't even want to go there with her, but when someone tosses food in your face and calls you a side chick in front of 150 people, yeah, I had to remind her what the hands do. Meanwhile, Ray's camp tried damage control. Her publicist released a bland statement. Remy Ma is recovering in a private location and appreciates the outpouring of support. She has no comment at this time, but that didn't stop the rumors. Some insiders are whispering that Remy might try to press charges for assault and public humiliation. Others say she wants to sue Papoose for emotional distress. And one especially messy claim, Ray's already talking to Zeus Network about filming a DOA series titled Fists and Faithfulness, the Remy Ma Redemption Arc. And guess who's rumored to be narrating it? Mona Scotty Young. We rest our case. Let's not forget the fans, because they've been putting in Olympic-level trolling work. One user created a GoFundMe titled Help Remy Rebuild Her Edges. Another one is selling Claressa clapback t-shirts with a silhouette of Remy flying through a cake, and the shirt sold out in 2 hours. But while the internet's having fun, the real damage is just beginning. Allegedly, Remy's booked appearances are being cancelled, left and right. A makeup brand she was about to collab with has paused negotiations, and fans at her next show are threatening to show up in boxing robes, yelling, "Ding ding!" Meanwhile, Claressa, she's booked, busy, and completely unbothered. ESPN even tweeted out a slow-motion highlight reel of her throwing a jab with a caption, "Protect your neck, even at parties." But there's one person we haven't heard from yet, and her silence is louder than the punch itself. That's right, Remy Ma herself. No Instagram Live, no tweets, no interviews, just hospital curtains and whispers. Insiders claim she's planning something big. A press conference, a lawsuit, a diss track featuring Easy the Block Captain. We don't know yet, but one thing is for sure, she ain't taking this L lightly. And just when you thought this entire situation couldn't get more twisted, and now we've reached the part where the glitter fades, the bruises settle, and the consequences come crashing down, like Remy did at that dessert table. Because while social media laughed, reposted, and memed this moment into the viral Hall of Fame, the industry, oh, they're not laughing anymore. According to inside sources, several major sponsors have started distancing themselves from Remy Ma. A rumored campaign with a luxury hair extension line has been quietly cancelled. A podcast deal gone. Even her upcoming reality show pilot, ironically titled Remy Reloaded, is now in limbo after producers expressed concern that she might be, quote, too unstable and unpredictable on camera. And then came the hospital discharge footage. TMZ-style paparazzi footage surfaced, showing Remy being wheeled out of the medical center at 3:14 a.m. Hood up, sunglasses on, arms still in a sling, security shielding her from questions. But one reporter shouted over the chaos, "Remy, did Claressa knock out your marriage and your mers?" She didn't respond. But what did leak shortly after? A voicemail allegedly left by Papoose just hours after the fight. We have a transcript, and it is devastating. Rem, I don't even know what to say. I didn't think it would go this far. You wild out. I told you to chill, but you ain't listen. Claressa ain't no regular chick. She fight for a living. You knew that. You walked into a war with heels on. I'm embarrassed. Call me when you're thinking straight. Let that sink in. Not only did Remy lose a fight, but it sounds like she may have lost her man, and now her legal team is in damage control overdrive. Multiple outlets are reporting that Remy has officially filed a civil complaint for assault, public defamation, and psychological warfare. The documents allege that Claressa showed a willful disregard for Remy Ma's physical safety, and that her actions were intentionally humiliating in front of Ray's peers, fans, and future collaborators. Claressa's response: a forward statement via her publicist, tell her to train. Phew. Now, here's where things get even wilder, because behind the scenes, there's been talk of retaliation, not in the streets, but in the studio. Producers close to Remy say she's already working on a diss track, and it's nasty. Allegedly titled Hands Off the Throne, the record is set to feature subtle jabs at Claressa's career, Papoose's loyalty, and even a full verse dedicated to snakes in silk robes with sucker punches. One line that leaked reads, I gave y'all bars, gave y'all gold. She gave him jabs. Now she thinks she bold. Meanwhile, Claressa is unbothered. Word is, she's been approached by 2 fitness companies to launch her own hand-certified boxing program, inspired by the importance of staying ready. And she's allegedly in talks with Netflix about doing a limited duo called Fighting for More, the Claressa Shields story. Guess what? Episode 1 is called Party Foul. But it's not just these 2 feuding. The entire entertainment world is reacting. Even government figures are chiming in. An anonymous source claims the New York City Council is investigating the venue where the fight took place, citing lack of crowd control, no security protocol, and failure to de-escalate a high-profile altercation. One councilwoman reportedly said, "This isn't just about celebrities behaving badly. This is about public safety. Someone could have been seriously hurt, besides Ray's pride." There's even a viral petition titled Ban Claressa from parties, which currently has over 92,000 signatures. Its mission to protect wigs, wings, and wine glasses nationwide. But it gets deeper, because rumors are now swirling that Papoose is moving out of the shared home he once occupied with Remy Ma. Jami, neighbor allegedly saw a U-Haul van pull up at 6 a.m. and shortly after boxes labeled studio equipment, memorabilia, and Paps hoodies were seen being loaded in. As for Remy, she's reportedly staying at her sister's house in New Jersey, healing both physically and emotionally. A close friend says she's embarrassed, enraged, and exhausted, and that she underestimated Claressa's calm energy. Apparently, Remy thought Claressa wouldn't hit back in public. Spoiler alert, she did. And what about the one thing no one wants to talk about, but everyone's thinking? Is Papoose choosing Claressa? Well, nothing's official, but their chemistry at the party was very real. And a new Instagram story from Claressa shows her cooking in the kitchen, captioned, "Making breakfast for a king. He likes eggs over easy." Fans went insane. Was that a subtle nod to Papoose, or just a well-timed troll? Either way, it's giving unbothered queen with the last laugh. In just 48 hours, this went from petty side drama to full-blown chaos. But now the question is, what happens next?